straight away. Then you press the pause.
Right, I'm
in the
with you.
centre there.
Yeah.
When you stop it,
Right.
you need to stop it.
Okay.
Okay. So you obviously not caravan before.
Not at all. No. No, well, not with trailer tents. We've done camping.
You've done camping,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you get a bit of a similar lifestyle that's obviously a bit more comfortable.
A bit more comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going. All niche, but not.
No, I've not told before either. So
You're not told as well before.
No, so
right. So we'll start at the hitch end anyway.
Yep.
Okay. If you never, obviously, I'll show you where we put it onto the vehicle anyway.
Yep.
But this here is a lock to lock it onto the tow ball. Okay. So that is in that position when you drop it onto the top of the tow ball. This is a stabilizer. Okay. So what if you can imagine, it's just there's like little brake pads inside it, which grips the tow ball itself, and it just slows down the movement of urine and pitching.
Okay. That's, yeah.
So your pitching and urine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Your tow ball has to be totally grease free,
right,
and paint free. So I don't know if you had a new tow ball fitted.
It's brand new with the paint still on it
so
at the moment.
So we'll take that off for you. That's no problem. So always make sure it's clean and grease free. If you do tow all the trailers with it and get grease on it, make sure you clean that off with brake cleaner before you put it onto here. Okay. Because if you contaminate the pads, you're going to have to get the pads out and clean them out. So if they get contaminated, then obviously they just won't work. The stabiliser will not stop all movement. Obviously, this is obviously a big things you're towing behind you. Yep. If you obviously put store stuff incorrectly inside, obviously it can affect the stability of it. Yep. So you need to make sure you're putting that in the right positions. That will just slow it down. It's not going to eliminate everything. Okay. Yep. Obviously handbrake, jockey wheel. So we'll use that to wind it up and down. Obviously once you're travelling, you pull it all the way up, out of the way. You can also use that to level it front and back. Yep. Okay. So when you get your caravan on the pitch, you need to level it. Okay, first you look at the caravan side to side, see if it's level that way. Yeah. Okay, so obviously that's one important thing. Also, the appliances can be a bit finicky if you're on a bit of an angle as well. Okay, so to level it side to side, you need to use your motor mover. And what you need is either blocks of wood or you can get these plastic like ramps. Right. Okay, so you get it roughly in position, put the ramp either in front or behind the wheel, and just drive it up. So you need a spirit level.
Yeah, we've got all level to sit on there, is it?
That's it, yeah. So you get a spirit level where you can see it.
Yeah.
So you just drive up the ramp until it's level side to side. Okay? Once you've done that, then obviously you can handbrake on whatever. Then you need to level it front to back. Right. So if you go on a hard standing pitch, you've seen a hard standing pitch, normally they're level side to side. Sometimes they have a little bit of a dip, but mainly level. Grass, obviously, you can be all over the place. But with a hard stand, it tends to be fairly level side to side anyway, so you won't need not too much problem if you're on that kind of pitch. Front to back, you do tend to have, it does vary a bit even with the hard standings. So to do the front to back, all you do is just wind the jockey wheel up or down until you get it level. Okay, so once you've done that, get the legs down then. So the steadies, which are in each corner, you'll see there. We tend to use a drill with a connection on, which is
recommended a battery drill.
Yeah, they make it a lot easier. If you've got them DIY drills at home, what you do is just wind them down all the way to the floor. Okay, do that on each side. Yeah. Okay, do them all. What I tend to do is just grab the handle, just give it a shake. If it's still got a bit of a wobble in it, you might just need another half turn. It's just enough to stop it from bouncing around.
Do you recommend pads for them, or are they adequate?
It's got a pad on it.
Right. You don't recommend these big plastic things?
No, you shouldn't, unless you're on really soft ground.
Okay.
But on hard sand, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. They're not there to lift the caravan up. Okay, so if you've got a puncture, it's not a jacking system. Okay. Okay, because it can put a lot of stress. Obviously, you can see they're at the front and the back of the caravan. You try and lift it with that. Yeah. The caravan's just going to go up into the ground. Yeah. Obviously, a lot of strain on the chassis. So.
With the jacking, is it a bottle jack? Is it something you recommend, or have they got their own jack?
No, they don't have jacks for them. So you need bottle jack, or you can get certain manufacturers that actually make a bracket to fit onto the chassis, and you can jack off that. But otherwise, you're jacking off the axle itself.
So you recommend a hydraulic bottle jack?
It's worth having. Yeah, obviously power wheel. Okay, obviously your spare wheels there in the front locker. Okay, you're happy how to level it and how to...
Yeah, I've got,
got all that.
Side to side first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then front to back.
Ramp of some description to lift it up.
If you need to, yeah.
Wheel that way on, and then you do your steadies.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
I've done my reading, but you...
Yeah, well, that's it, yeah. That's good, because, you know, you need to... You know, it's good to read up. Even look on the internet, look on YouTube and things like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information out there. Yeah. Some are good, some are bad, but you're just picking the right ones. Obviously, being novice, it's not too difficult.
Or is it just a case of chemicals, clean and
it's just
flush it out occasionally, perhaps?
That's it, yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
Sorry, some of this hasn't recorded. Stopped.
It is recording.
It is now.
Yeah.
It has
Or
stopped.
you just stopped.
It has stopped.
Okay.
Where were you up to?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'd say you wouldn't have lost too much important information if you just come from that point to that
Yeah.
point. Okay. Okay. You'll find it's fairly straightforward. With this, always make sure you drain it for winter, the flush tank.
Right.
Okay, so you've got a drain there. That also clips out and then drains out through there as well.
Are you okay travelling with that with a certain amount of water?
Yeah.
So that doesn't affect the balance of the
No,
vehicle.
unless you can leave a little bit in there. Don't obviously have it full up when you're travelling. Obviously, again, it's behind the axle. Behind the axle is obviously not the best place to put weight on the caravan.
No.
But a small amount is fine.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, make sure you empty it before you leave as well. Okay. Just mind yourself on the cable and the hose. Also, you got your steadies at the back. Always make sure you've got at least one steady down before you get into the van. Because if you go and step in the back of the van, there's no leg up. You're going to be staring at the stars or the sky. Right. And at the front of the van, you've got what we call is a wet locker, so you can put wet shoes or whatever. I tend to just use it as somewhere to store my tools, but it's there for storage. And then you've got a 240 outlet there. Okay, so you've got a little nick in the door there, so if you get an awning, you can put electrics into your awning. Okay, this point is a barbecue point. Don't try and lift it out, it just slides up or down. Okay, so you can get a fitting to fit there for a gas barbecue. Okay, so that runs off your gas cylinder on board. Okay, each time you go away, or each time you travel, it's 110 Newton meters. Yeah, so you can torque wrench. I will torque that. My wrench is somewhere at the moment. I think
when they say that, do you actually just slack them back and reset them at all?
No, you just
click them.
Just click them just to make sure they haven't loosened off. Okay, so it's very, very, very important that.
It's the one frighten I keep reading in the caravan thing. The wheels popping off occasionally.
I don't know if you remember Camping and Caravan Club or the Caravan Club. Their magazine.
Yes.
This last month come out and it's in both magazines. This person. Usually it says when you pick up a van from service, it'll say retighten after so many miles, 30 miles or whatever it is. And obviously they read that and they hadn't bothered, had they? And they've been doing this for years. Not so when you're travelling, obviously different tyre pressure can obviously change the balance of it. Obviously you've only got 2 wheels on the ground for where this is 1.5 tonne or a bit less of a van. So that's all that's on the road that's... Right, so first thing as we come through the door is your control panel above our heads. Okay, you've got a button here for the 12 volt system. So everything runs off a 12 volt system. Even though you've got 240 plugged in, which is then pushing power for your charger into your 12 volt system. Everything runs, igniter on your cooker, on your fridge and everything else, all runs through 12 volt. So you need to switch that on. Okay, you've got an entry light, just there. And you also got your pump switch. Okay, that's showing condition of your battery. Okay. And you got a pump run light there as well. Get the water in. Okay, so get your water into your system. Just underneath this bunk to our right is your hot water tank, which has got a drain attached to it. Slippers come up. There we go. I don't think you see just down there. I think it's that flap's just stopping it. That's it. That makes it easy. You see that yellow lever there? Okay. Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
Right, in that position at the moment, it's allowing water to run around the system. Okay? So when you're using it, it needs to be in that position. To drain it, especially for winter, you just lift it up into the upright position and that'll let the water drain down onto the ground. All depending on what vehicle you've got, it's probably worth draining as you're going along. If you've got a big 4x4, you probably cope with the nose weight with that bit of extra water in there. If you've got a lighter car, it's probably worth... I tend to drain it each time when I'm leaving. So to drain it, just lift it up. So So he just tips it in that position, open the taps up, and it'll allow the water to pass out.
Okay.
Underneath the van. Okay.
Where's the pump physically?
That was in the yak roll.
It's in the back.
Yeah, that's in your yak roll. Yeah. Okay, position and switched off. Same with the bathroom as well. So obviously that's attached to the shower. Because if you've left that open, and you switch the water pump on, that'll just automatically start spraying water everywhere.
Okay.
Then what you do is open the tap. Obviously switch the water pump on first, obviously. Water pump on. Open the tap, and then the water starts coming out. To fill the hot water tank, what you do is just turn the tap to the hot side. Okay, so what that is then doing, obviously this is all primed up anyway, what that will do is then start pushing the air, if you've drained it previously, because obviously the tank's full of air now, it starts pushing the air out through the tap, and once you've got a solid stream, that means that your hot water tank's full. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah? So you understand that? Yeah?
Yeah,
Happy with that, yeah?
yeah.
I don't know if you want to put your finger under that, it's a bit warm. Yeah. So if it's, as it's doing now, it's obviously spluttering. Yeah, it's still spluttering air. Once you've got a solid stream of water, it's full up. Okay. I had primed it, but obviously I hadn't quite got all the air out. You do the same with your other tap.
Yeah.
Obviously, make sure the shower's pointing in the right direction. You're not going to spread the whole room full of water. So once you've got all the air out, then you can heat the water.
Okay, but the loo's on its own.
Yeah, the toilet's totally different.
It's not on a powered system.
No.
It's purely on gravity fed.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you've got that water in, right inside here, you will see right at the back. You see there's two switches. Can you see that? Right against this. Obviously, it's not very bright. Just to the side, that's the charger there. These two switches here. Right. Okay, that's for heating the room on electric and heating the water on electric. Okay. I think the top one is the water. I'm going to read it from this angle. Yeah. Okay, so that is the most important one to switch off when you're not using it. You're okay when you say you're going away for the week or weekend. Yeah. It's all right to leave that on. But when you finish with it and going home, make sure that switch is off. Okay. Okay. The reason for that is if you drain your hot water tank, that switch is not in here. I'll just show. You've also got your two. Right. So carrying on with the water heat. You can see that. The bottom one is the gas for the water heater. Okay. If you can see that, there should be a little flame on it. If you can just see down the side of it. Little tiny flame icon on the side.
On the side here, yeah.
Okay. It says ultra store. So if you imagine you're storing your water.
Yeah.
Okay. The top one is for the heater. So it's heating. Ultra heat is heating your room. Ultra store is storing your water.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
To switch your water heating on gas, turn the outer ring. So it's. I don't know if you just heard that click as well. It's just about to fire up. You get a green light on the switch. If it turns to red, that means the gas hasn't lit.
Okay.
Okay. There's reasons why the gas hasn't lit. One, either you haven't turned your gas on, or you've run out of gas, or you've left the cover on outside. That will automatically stop it from lighting. Okay. And also, if you haven't used it on gas for a while, it gets a bit of air in the system. So if you don't use it for a while, that's what will happen. So if you've gone to red, turn it off, give it a few seconds, check all them things, make sure you've got gas or you've got gas on.
Off, The
other good thing is, if you fire up your cooker, obviously you've got a burner going on your cooker, you know you've got gas.
Right.
Okay? So give it a few seconds, it'll reset, and then try it again. Switch it on, and it should go to green then. It may take 2 or 3 attempts. If you haven't used it for a long time on gas, it may take quite a few attempts just to get the air out of the system, purge the air out of the system. Okay, the difference between heating on electric or on gas, the electric side of it, it runs at a 70 degrees thermostat. Okay, with the gas side of it, you can actually change it. So you got a thermostat control in the centre of it. Right. So you got variance on the temperature if you want to. Okay, you can run them both together if you want, but most people just run it on electric anyway. Yeah. But if you are mostly people who pay to you're on site, you've got the electric comes with it anyway, so you're going to use that. But every now and again, just fire it up on gas. Yeah. Just to run it. Just to run it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Switch that one off. Okay. The next one up is for the fire. Okay. So obviously you got your fire there. If you imagine it's got 2 elements, you've got a gas element behind it and an electric element. Okay. You can't reuse both at the same time. You're going to use one at a time. Inside there, when I said about your isolating switch, for your water. The bottom one was the room heater. Okay, you just want to switch both of them off. I'll leave the water heater off. So if you can see inside there, there's no green light on there. Right.